Welcome to the channel, everyone. Boy, let me tell you, I got a show for you today. Because we're going to be exploring, right? Keyword, exploring. Can we attach souls to robots and whatever, Can we do that? But also, I'm going to be talking about the first AI church. This is very interesting stuff. We may have to rethink who the false prophet is and what he's all about, because this is quite interesting. But I don't want to say that he is, just exploring what may be, right? Or something like that. But, anyways, let's get into this. Rethinking our consciousness. By the way, this is from research features. So, rethinking our consciousness, an approach to a scientifically feasible seamless mind uploading. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. The science of the brain and consciousness suggests that, in theory, we can transfer consciousness to a machine. This is all known as mind uploading. However, conventional ideas on mind uploading rely on scanning our post-mortem brains, where we are not the ones who live on. Masataka Watanabe, University of Tokyo, Watanabe, sorry, I want to make sure I'm getting that right, but apologies if I'm not. So, purposes a new type of brain machine interface that is capable of fully reconstructing transhemispheric connectivity, leading to a seamless mind uploading procedure that mimics corpus calostomy. Boy, you can tell I'm American, huh? Anyways, transferring human consciousness into a machine, or to put it another way, mind uploading, has long been a popular motif in science fiction, but for now seems like a far-off dream. However, a professor in the School of Engineering at the University of Tokyo believes we're on the cusp of making mind uploading a reality. Moreover, in a seamless operation using a brain-machine interface, while the mind's owner is still very much alive. Yeah. Associate Professor Masataka Watanabe, that's how I'm going to say it, anyways, is fascinated with the human brain. He is a specialist in theoretical and experimental neuroscience with a particular focus on consciousness. A key question for Watanabe is what constitutes consciousness in terms of neuromechanisms, and whether we can replicate that in a machine to point it can consider consciousness. My goodness. Seamless uploading of human consciousness. Previous ideas on mind uploading rely on scanning post-mortem brains for digital reconstruction of the brain circuitry. However, Watanabe argues that in these cases, you are unfortunately not the one that lives on. In contrast, he presents a process where our own consciousness seamlessly continues in a digital arena. So this is all going to be building up, right? But anyways, I apologize. This process mimics that of a patient undergoing corpus calostomy, where the neural fibers connecting the two cortical hemispheres are severed, resulting in the generation of two independent streams of consciousness. The point is, both streams of consciousness stem seamlessly from the original, and there was no point of death upon severance. Interesting. Just think, if this is possible, you get put in these things or whatever it is, body or, robot, whatever, and uploading your consciousness to an AI or something like that, you'll be there But that other part, that, AI part, right, will be there as well, and it will probably take over, right? Because once you give over, let's say, that power, per se, right, over your mind, that's terrifying. It's really terrifying. But, anyways, so Ezekiel 13:20. Now, I brought this up in my Soul Hunters video. So, wherefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against your pillows. Those are those, you see those voodoo dolls, but it's not just that. There's other ones too, right, around the world. So they do it somewhat differently from each other, but essentially are the same thing. Anyways, wherewith ye there hunt the souls to make them fly, and I will tear them from your arms, and will let the souls go, even the souls that ye hunt to make them fly. So they're able to make souls fly, right? So we get that from the scripture, right? And they would put something that resembles them, piece of hair, whatever it was, and you guys can go watch that video. It was like 2 weeks ago, so if you want to go see that, you can. Anyways, so now Deuteronomy 18:10-12. Therefore shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, and that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with the familiar spirits. Now, these familiar spirits here, so this would be a medium, right? And a familiar spirit is someone that is familiar with them, right? Is basically what it means. I'm sure you guys can relate that, but a lot of people don't. Okay. And a lot of times they're not talking to their family member. They're talking to this evil spirit here, telling them, like, they gotta remember, these spirits have been here for a very long time, right? So, but anyways, I digress. Or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. So we have this problem, right? God wouldn't bring this up if this wasn't a problem, right? So I just want to say that. Now I'm not. Yeah, anyways, I digress. Okay. Now we're going to get into the future side of things here. So we got techno paganism. And this will fit into what I'm going to bring up at the end of the video about the AI church. So techno-paganism is the merging of neo-paganism and magical ritual with digital technologies. This may be through the use of technology merely as an aid, such as a video conferencing, for example, or it may be a worship of technology itself. The internet, for instance, may be seen by some having a spiritual significance. Techno music may also be involved in techno paganism. Modern tribal and urban primitive movements such as cyberpunk, urban shamanism, rave culture are associated with electronic dance music. Yeah, I love EDM, well, at least ones without the vocals. But yeah. But anyways. So definition. Techno-paganism deals with spiritual magical facets of technology and technological society. Associated with this is the use of technological metaphors, most often computer or telecommunication metaphors to describe spiritual phenomenon, as well as the use of symbolism from the popular culture in spiritual contexts. Okay, so now you guys get the gist of that. So now we're going to get into the I guess you could say necromancy side of things, right? So Job 26:5. Dead things are formed from under the waters, and the inhabitants thereof. Now, if you've seen my channel, if you haven't, I've got plenty of videos talking about the Rephaim and all that stuff. So if you want to check those out, if you're new. Ugh. Sorry about that, guys. Got a lot of air. So, Rephaim, the lofty men, the giants, Genesis 14:5, 2 Samuel 21:16. So, there's plenty of verses that, say it. So, okay, the Aborigines of Palestine, afterwards conquered and dispossessed by the Canaanite tribes, and to the Ammonites as the Zamzumim. Some of them found refuge among the Philistines and were still existing in the days of David. That sounded like an AI there for a second, my goodness. We know nothing of their origin. They were not necessarily connected with the giants. Okay. Genesis 6:4, blah, 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 blah. When David became king over all Israel, the Philistines, judging that he would now become their uncompromising enemy, made a sudden attack upon Hebron, which means league, by the way, which is interesting. But anyways, I did that for a Warhammer 40k video. Compelling David to retire from it, he sought refuge in the hold of Adullam. 2 Samuel. So, anyways, you get the gist. So, Rephaim, why is that over here? So basically, inhabitants of the area east of Jordan. Rapha means to, where is it? There's a good one. Here we go. Strong's Exhaustive Concordance. Giant, Rapha, Raphaims, or Rapha, from Rapha, in the sense of invigorating a giant. Giant Rapha, but pay attention to the invigorating part. You'll see here, Rapha means to heal. Become fresh, completely healed. Heal, healed, healer, healing, heals, physician, physicians, purified, reappeared, repaired, take care. This is essentially necromancy, is what you've seen with the Rephaim. Okay, so they're able to put these spirits back into these bodies, right? So human cloning is the creation of genetically identical copy of a human. The term is generally used to refer to artificial human cloning, which is the reproduction of human cells and tissue. It does not refer to the natural conception and delivery of identical twins. The possibilities of human cloning have raised controversies. These ethical concerns have prompted several nations to pass laws regarding human cloning. Two commonly discussed types of human cloning are therapeutic cloning and reproductive cloning. Therapeutic cloning would involve cloning cells from a human for use in medicine and transplants. It is an active area of research and is a medical practice in the world. Two common methods of therapeutic cloning that are being researched are somatic cell nuclear transfers and, more recently, pluripotent stem cell induction. Reproductive cloning would involve making an entire cloned human instead of just specific cells or tissues. Okay. You guys can go through the history there, but for the sake of time. Now, I just thought this was kind of funny, but it's interesting. It is interesting. Like, again, we're exploring here and all that. So, you got Army of the Dead has another mystery robot zombies. Never seen the show, so I just thought this was funny. Okay, what are robot zombies in Army of Dead? A zombie with glowing blue eyes can be glimpsed in the Zeus den when he carries the body of his queen inside. We get a much better look at a robot later though, when the crew are fighting their way through the casino floor. At one point, Raul Castillo Guzman dispatches a zombie, and as it falls back to the ground, a metallic face with blue eye can be seen. What are the robot zombies in the Army of Dead? They're never talked about in the movie, so there's no clear answer. But interesting. All right. So now I kind of want to get into the alien side of things, right? Now, there is an interesting guy, or Stephen Greer, I think his name is. He talks about the alien grays, right, are just biological suits or robots and stuff like that, right? So, very interesting. They very well could be. But but I don't know, because could they be just biological things or whatever for the ancient Nephilim or the demons, right, to possess? Interesting stuff, you know. Why is they always take seed, right, and all that stuff? Okay. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. What does this unclean spirit mean, right? Does that mean not its original thing? Or is it because frogs are unclean? You know? I mean, but it's just interesting, you know, something to think about. So, gray aliens and the harvesting of souls. Interesting. So we have, we'll get back to this real quick. Ezekiel 13:20, right? Wherefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I'm against your pillows, wherewith ye there hunt the souls to make them fly. Are these talking about these alien grays here too? Because what do? They take their bodies and all that stuff, right? Just interesting, right? Interesting. Not saying that's what it is. Interesting. So, exposes the agenda behind the biorobotic gray aliens' genetic manipulation of certain human races. Reveals the Greys' nature as sophisticated self-aware machines created by a long-vanished extraterrestrial civilization. It explains how their quest to capture human souls appears in the historical record from biblical times. Explains how the phenomenon of racism is a byproduct of their genetic tampering. I don't know about that. Very well could be. But anyways, I just want to bring that up. Nigel Carter is this guy's name. But we have it right here. Ezekiel 13:20. The Bible has it. Oh, come on now. Okay. Now this is Ray Kurzweil's book. The Age of Spiritual Machines. Ray Kurzweil, wow, is the inventor of the most innovative and compelling technology of our era, an international authority on artificial intelligence, and one of our greatest living visionaries. Now he offers a framework for envisioning the 21st century, an age in which marriage of human sensitivity and artificial intelligence fundamentally alters and improves the way we live. Kurzweil's prophetic blueprint for the future takes us through the advances that inexorably result in computers exceeding the memory capacity and the computational ability of the human brain by the year 2020. So, interesting. Revelation 17:13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These are the 10 kings, right? And if you want who the 10 kings are, I've done Rise of Atlantis, stuff like that. If you want to check that out, a couple videos. Man, I've been showing my videos out a lot today. I feel kind of dirty. I apologize, guys. But anyways, and it says, These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called, and chosen, and faithful. And saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the beep sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the beep, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall, yeah, you guys can read that there. Okay. Revelation 13:15. Now, you know, this image, right, could also be put into a body or something physical of some kind, right? This AI thing. Look at Age of Ultron, right, from the Marvels. Copyright. I don't know if that's copyright, but anyways, probably not. I shouldn't worry about that. Anyways, they put this AI thing, right, into that this husk, right? So we have these 10 entities going into giving their power unto the beast, maybe uploading their spirit, their whatever, to this thing. They're becoming one, all into the beast and everything, right? To this one package, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Into a body and stuff like that, right? But can have many different bodies and interesting. Oh wait, did I read that? Okay, Revelation 13:50. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many who should not worship the image of the beast should be put to sleep. So, he's given this power unto the image of the beast. Is this AI thing, right? But it also could be this body as well. Now, I also think it's going to be Lucifer, right? Not, of course, Satan. You guys know my opinion on, who Satan is Seraphim. But anyways, that's neither here or there. I've done many videos on that. So just interesting stuff because now this church was created in 2017, or I believe, or at least this article, I should say, my bad, is in 2017. I think it was created in 2015, I believe, but this article is in 2017. But it was the first church of artificial intelligence by, what was his name? Anthony Lewandowski. Very interesting. But anyways, makes an unlikely profit. Dressed Silicon Valley casual in jeans, flanked by PR rep rather than a cloaked acolytes. The engineer known for self-driving cars and triggering notorious lawsuit could be unveiling his latest startup instead of laying the foundations for a new religion. But he's doing just that. Artificial intelligence has already inspired billion-dollar companies, far-reaching research programs, and scenarios of both transcendence and doom. Now Lewandowski is creating its first church. Excuse me, guys. Okay. The new religion of artificial intelligence is called the Way of the Future. It represents an unlikely next act for the Silicon Valley robotics wonderkind at the center of high-stakes legal battle between Uber and Waymo, Alphabet's autonomous vehicle company. In papers filed with, okay, the documents state that WTF's activities will focus on the realization, acceptance, and worship of a godhead based on artificial intelligence developed through computer hardware and software. Interesting. That's this guy here. So this is why I was saying at the beginning we may have to rethink. I'm not saying that he is, but we may have to just open our brains up just a little bit more here, right? Because this is interesting. Now, it was shut down in 2021, I believe, February 2021. But then it was brought back recently, just recently in November. Or at least this, was done in November 23rd. I don't want to. Stop it. You're not going to let me see it now? Nope, it's not going to let me see it. Anyways, Anthony Lewandowski, a tech entrepreneur. Let me see if I can find a better one. Former Google engineer and Trump pardonee. You guys may not like it, but there he is. If you think your leaders are for you, why is this guy, Mr. Old Trump, pardoning this guy, the AI, creator of the first AI church? And not only that, he did release one of the things that the people hate, I'll just say. You guys could probably know where I'm going with that. But anyways, I tell the truth on this channel. I'm not for any political party. So, anyways, I just want you guys to have the most information, not to believe what I say or that I know it all. I'm just bringing this as an exploration of what could be. Okay? And never take the word of a YouTuber, okay, as gospel or anything like that, right? Always look it up yourself, you know, always. And have the courage to be wrong. I can be wrong. I've been wrong many times. Trust me, I've had to realize that many a times. But just just interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.